Hey guys, hopefully y'all are having a great week. I wanted to just jump out here and tell you a couple of different things. Number one, happy Father's Day. We went to the church today and had to get my official father type shirt on. Although I would wish it was orange, but it is what it is. I think it's kind of funny anyway. But we're out here doing what dads do on Father's Day, and that is grilling. Just so that something that maybe we like. So we got some kind of thick cut pork chops, which I think were called some kind of like boneless rib of some form. Anyway, wanted to just say happy Father's Day to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all's support. Hopefully you have a wonderful and blessed Father's Day. For the few ladies that watch, I hope that you will wish your husbands and or fathers a happy Father's Day on this day as well. Hopefully you're going to enjoy today's video. It's going to be a little bit of a divergence from what we've been doing the last couple of weeks, but we actually did something to the shop over here yesterday. Worked pretty hard to try and get some things done that we've been working on, so hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy today's video. And again, happy Father's Day. Thank you so much for you guys' support. If you hadn't already, subscribe down below. I know I always forget to plug that early in the video, but we're going to plug it today. And don't forget the ultimate Father for each and every one of us who have accepted his forgiveness and his direction for our lives, Jesus Christ. Y'all have a good one. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video.
Dean Family Acres.
Alright guys, so today we're going to be trying to work in the shop and get a little bit of the lighting fixed in here because we hadn't been able to see anything, and if I spun this camera around it's almost shameful. Can barely walk, it's a hot mess, and I need to get things cleaned up, but we can't see in here because all my lights have burned out except for two on the far end. So I'm going to try and get a few of these fixed. We bought some lights off MAC.BIDs. If you hadn't seen that video, check it out down below. It's just a short that we did where we went to MAC.BIDs and we bought some new LED lighting. So we're going to be working on trying to get a couple of these up, and hopefully we can at least get one side of the shop lit up. My debate here lately, for anyone who's been around me or has talked to me about what this project's going to entail, has been that I really want to change how these switches work on the lights. I feel like that's kind of making me overanalyze and kind of freeze up on exactly what I'm looking at doing. So I think at this point I'm going to just try my best to get up a couple lights so we can actually see going in and out of the shop. And then maybe I can kind of figure out that wiring later. There's a couple different options there. It's really not that big a deal. I've done it before elsewhere. It's just kind of getting my brain programmed and getting in the attic space, moving wires, those kinds of things, so that I can make it where I can actually have switches to multiple different rows or bays, I guess you would call it, because I'd really like to have 3 bays of lights with each individually having a light switch. Number one, so you don't have to have everything on. Number two, so that you can kind of control how much lighting you want based off of what you're doing. I've got some pretty big plans for the shop. We'll see if that ever actually pans out. But it's an idea and it's a goal, and we'll kind of work towards that. So be sure and stick around if you want to see exactly what we might end up doing. For now, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here in the shop. Alright guys, so without showing a whole bunch of my mess, you can see here we just got old 8-footers. If you didn't see the video where we mounted that, it was a pretty cool one. We got old 8-footers here. Some of them have not had bulbs in a long time. Some of them have bulbs and they've just quit working. And currently the only ones working are those over there. So we're going to work on, again, trying to get a couple of these swapped out. Probably going to have to call in some reinforcements, and if I move the camera down you would see that it is a hot mess in here. But for now we're just going to work on this, get some ladders moved around so we can kind of get this set up. Making a little bit of progress, guys, which basically means that you're pulling stuff out of the garage so that you can actually make a little bit of room. We'll swing real quick so you can see what a mess we got here, but at least got a little bit of space now. Starting to work on these lights next. So we actually bought these lights off of MAC.BID and they were an open box. Sometimes that can be a little bit of a roll of the dice. So I'm hoping and praying that everything is here and that they will work fine. It turns out that it looks like everything was there for the most part. I know one light sounded like something had a little jingle in it, but overall they seem to work fine. All right, guys. So you can see here, I'm trying to do this somewhat right. Trying to find the hole and drilled right into one of the trusses, but that's okay. But I'm gonna put a box right here with an outlet and then be able to plug these in individually. And I think for now I'm gonna run one this way and run one this way, and then that way that will give me 16 feet of light. And I can do that with the wire coming in the middle if I have an outlet, so I can plug both of those in. So just kind of thinking through exactly what I've got here. I also can extend these all the way down, so I think you can hook up 5 at once. I'd have to look at instructions to be sure, but if I did one this way, and then I could actually daisy chain these all the way down to the other end there. So that's the plan for right now. We'll see exactly how well this one works. Debating whether I want to connect the wire here or if I want to set that up where it'll be a second switch. I can kind of figure that out here later, but for now we're just going to get these hooked up so that we've got light. And I think I'm going to at least go ahead and get 4 hooked up. So we'll get 2 here and then we'll work on this one next. So I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, my main issue is trying to think through exactly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to make this work, and what's going to be the way to do it. You look at the instructions, you're like, okay, I can do it this way. I could hardwire them in, and I could hardwire in multiple of those. But if you kind of start thinking through, my issue is that I've got power coming to the center, so I can't daisy chain those unless I kind of hardwire both of them. And I could do all that in a box, but I really need to do that in a box. There's not room inside of the little LED fixture to be running this heavier gauge wire that it's already run with. So thinking through those things. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only as well. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once, but today we're trying our best to get this shop lights set up back going so that we can eventually do some cool things in here instead of loading it full of junk. And yes, I said the J word. I don't often say that. Some people might call me a bit of a hoarder. I just hate to see things go to the trash. But usually I don't keep stuff that's actually trash, with a few exceptions. My issue here lately is I've started thinking, all right, I'm 45. I've owned some of this stuff for 10 or 20 years. I hadn't really done anything with it. Another 10 to 15 years, I plan to be retired. I want to be able to enjoy this stuff because at some point, and I pray I'm not close, but your health will start going or your physical ability will start going or something might happen where maybe you can't handle the heat or maybe you can't walk around, or maybe you can't get up and down ladders like you used to. So the goal is to get this thing, this garage shop cleaned up so we can actually use it. Number one, for some really cool projects. You can see part of that back there if you kind of look for at least one of those projects. Number two, I had an uncle who had a setup, and I've heard his son is actually using it for a very similar purpose, which I think is really, really cool. But I had an uncle who had his shop set up in a similar way of what I'm thinking, and had a TV on the wall, couch, space to be able to do shop stuff. But you could come hang out, just hang out as friends, family, etc., and just have a really, really good time. all while being in your shop atmosphere. We do have a heater back here. I probably could work out something on a mini split if I really wanted to for air conditioning. It probably wouldn't take that much. This place is actually pretty good temps. It would mainly probably be just working on something with the garage doors because they're really old, but they are insulated. And then just some other things. But slowly but surely we're getting there. This is about lights. But I thought you guys might appreciate exactly some of the vision and some of the plan as we get this cleared up a little bit. Keep working and see what we can come up with. All right, guys, so we got the first row in, and you see there ended up having to, well, I got the outlet in, and that way I can run 2 here, and I could use that one as an extension. They do have switches on them, but I won't really use the switches. And if you wanted to splice all that, I guess you could, but then you're going to have a splice that you can see. Might as well just leave it. So looks pretty good there. These are the extra wires dropping down that come out of this box, and I think I can probably just reroute some of that over there because I don't need it. For now, I might put a third one over just so I can go ahead and get lighting in here. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and work on the second one here, which is actually the first row. All right, guys, this is from the other side. You see we got 2 rows here. Just took this one down. I'm going to put that row up. Probably should pay a little more attention. I don't have a laser to kind of keep things straight, but that one's about 2 inches off. I could probably just pull it back in. I feel like that end one is kind of tilted this way a little bit in the middle, but it's all right. We'll keep working our way. We're trying to basically work off of the shadows you can see of where these are, and just trying to go just on this side, just a pinch. So get this one done, and then we'll see what's next. You can see the fluorescent there compared to the LED. All right, guys, it's hot, especially when you've had to go upstairs several times to sort out wires. So I got a whole row done. Y'all saw me doing that earlier. And then I went to do the second row, and I noticed, hey, hang on, the row that's like right past the garage door here, actually it runs this way. So it runs the length of the shop, which I don't want. Our church gym is set up like that, and it doesn't work well for being able to kind of shut off or turn off certain lanes, or like projector. You know, if you're gonna have a projector running somewhere or something like that. Not that I might have a projector running, but hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, so I kind of figured out, okay, I need to make a jumper wire to run from those over there to here for this first row. And pretty much, I think for now, I'm going to have a double row here on the front. So pretty much we'll have this bay and the center bay where there's no door. And then the other switch will run the far end for now. And at some point, I'm going to hopefully add a 3-way switch, because when you come in the shop on the back door, there's no light switch. So it doesn't make sense. When you're coming in, you have to basically pull out your cell phone because you can't see anything. You need a flashlight. So I'm going to make a 3-way at some point, but for now, I know where all that stuff junctions. I just made the junction. If I'd have thought about this before, I probably would have moved where this stuff is, but it is what it is, no problem. So for now, I'm going to dive in, start working on getting this other row in. It's not too bad once you get it set up. I will say, I've seen several guys who've done these online on YouTube that I've watched. And a lot of them have a laser, basically straight line laser. That would make it a lot easier to line these things up straight. So just think about that. If you can find one off Amazon, Harbor Freight, something like that, it might be helpful for you. We're just eyeballing it and getting them pretty close. I can always adjust them later. All right, guys, so basically what I'm doing is I took a measurement off of this pipe. It leaked at one point before we got the roof replaced. So I measured from there over about how far I wanted this box to be, so that then I could plug in the light and it would be all controlled. This yellow wire right here is the one I just ran down and around to the other box for that second row. Got that set. Now we're gonna measure out from approximately where the stains out on the wood over. I'm dealing with the garage door too, so I want to make sure that it's not underneath the garage door when that lifts up. I don't necessarily mind having another one if that door's ever shut to be able to light up, but for these two main rows, I don't want that. So again, y'all can tell I'm starting to bumble. It's a little warm, so let's get diving into this. All right, guys, hopefully this makes sense. You got the hole there, and it's just the right size. This box will slip in, but I got to go downstairs to put it up through this way because this is the only style I had where the kind of retrofit, but it works. No big deal. It's not holding any strength or anything like that. That cord plugs in pretty solid, and I'll put an extra screw going into this board here. All right, guys, so definitely measured correctly, and it's in the right spot, but a tight spot here, and wouldn't say that this is approved. This is definitely for just entertainment purposes only. Got the hole there, and of course it's just a wee bit too small, so we'll keep working at it, see what we can come up with, and get up this next row. Oh man. All right, guys, so I had to change positions. I was right there on top of an old refrigerator and an old speaker, and didn't have the battery latched in to the rigid little sawzall thing here, and dropped the battery down into my sink that at some point I'll get hooked up so that I can have a shop sink out here. But boom, got that hooked up. I'm gonna get some screws in here now, tighten up those clamps, wire this up to my outlet, and we should be good to go to start running these down through this way. Got this one up. We got the stunt double helping today. How about that? So outlet there, plugged in, and you can switch these individually. You see there. So if you really wanted to, I could come and basically turn this off and have these off. I guess the front ones if I really wanted to. But got that there. Going to put one more down there. And then the last one down there, the fluorescent, is on completely another line, so that should work to daisy chain all those together. That'll be another day. I'm gonna get up one more here, and we should be set. Got one more coming this way, and that'll end it for us. We're just gonna do this one a double one because got the race car right there, and it'll go beyond it if I put a long cord on it. So I think this will work. Just hopefully I got that bracket right there in straight, and I can get this next one in straight. All right, so I need you to pick this up, and then I'm going to help you, and I need you to hold on to the one I already got up there, and put this one in. Hopefully. Push it up. Here you go. And you're gonna have to hold on to that other one. Just don't let that in fall. Oh. There it went. All right, hang on. Okay, you still got it?
Yeah.
You got the ladder. Okay. All right, guys, this is no lights and lights. Still full of stuff, but we cleaned it up a little bit, and definitely you can see very well. I think we get one more row in here and some side lights will be good. Then we got the second light will be over there. That'll be nothing but LED. Once we get that done, it'll be just right over there over the truck. So hopefully this was helpful. It was helpful for us to be able to see. It was very exhausting think the stunt dumble's even tired. She never gets tired. I'm getting a look if y'all didn't notice. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed one. And remember who is in control of everything. Y'all have a good one. Forgot to tell you, this is a classic. I actually got this as a wedding present. We have been married, oh goodness, 24 years here in about 6 weeks. And for a long time I didn't use it. Ended up being that it was a bad regulator. But this thing's so full, it's held up really well. Honestly, I has not had a cover on it in years, and cooks exceptionally well. Probably don't use it as much as I should, but I've got dry rub here to the right, and then on the left got a little bit of some Sheely's barbecue vinegar and pepper sauce. Not necessarily my favorite vinegar and pepper sauce, but one that we happen to have, and then just some mustard base in some form or fashion. So y'all have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys sticking around for today's video. And one thing that I know each and every one of y'all are hoping for is Matt, please give us some plant content. So this is for you who stuck around the whole video. Hopefully you enjoy this compilation of just a little bit of how things are doing here on our place.